Dear students, welcome back to computer science class. In the last class, we discussed the how to execute the program. So with the projector, I demonstrated how to execute the programs. Okay. So today, we will discuss some more programs and the next topics. Okay. So first, the program is program to find the Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series. So before writing the program, first we need to understand the Fibonacci series. So Fibonacci series means the first Fibonacci number is 0. The second Fibonacci number is 1. It means initially we have to set the first Fibonacci number and second Fibonacci number. And next we can calculate the remaining numbers. The third Fibonacci number is Fibonacci of 1 plus Fibonacci of 2, that is 1. Fibonacci 4, Fibonacci 2 plus 3, that is 2. Fibonacci 5. So Fibonacci 5 means Fibonacci 3 plus Fibonacci 4, that is 3. It means that the Fibonacci of n in generally, so Fibonacci of n is equal to, so Fibonacci of n minus 1 plus Fibonacci of n minus 2. So this is the general formula for finding the Fibonacci numbers. Okay. So now you have to write the program for this one. Okay. Hash include iostream.h void main. So only one number is required for the input, that is the limit. For example, if I give the input value as a 5 means it has to display from 0 to 1, 1, 2, 3. The Fibonacci of 5 series is, the Fibonacci 1 is 0, the Fibonacci 1 is 0, the Fibonacci 2 is 1, next 3 is 1, 4 is 2, 5 is 3. It has to print the series of the given limit. Okay. So int of n, comma, so initially 2 values are required. I already said that. Fibonacci 1 is equal to 0, comma Fibonacci 2 is equal to 1, comma Fibonacci 3. So we need to calculate the Fibonacci 3, 4, 5 like that. Okay. See out. Enter the limit. C in n. Okay, see here, I will write here. So here n is the input value. So before printing the third value, first we need to print Fibonacci 1 and Fibonacci 2. That's why I can print C out. So Fibonacci 1 backslash n indicates the new line, Fibonacci 2 n del. Next, for I is equal to 3. So why I have to initialize I is equal to 3 means because first value and second value already I have to print already. So I have to return the statement for first value and second value. That's why I can initialize I is equal to 3, and this process will repeat up to n I plus plus. Okay. See here. Fibonacci 1 is 0, Fibonacci 2 is 1. Okay. So Fibonacci 3 is 0 plus 1. F3 is equal. Okay. It means that F3 is equal to F1 plus F2. See here, F3 is equal to F1 plus F2. F3 is equal to F1 plus F2. So after finding F3, at the time of calculating the F4, this F3 become F2 and F2 become F1. See here, at the time of calculating F3, so F1 value is 0 and F2 value is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. F4 is equal to F2 plus F3. It means that F of n minus 1 plus of F of n minus 2. So, okay, so at the time of calculating F4, this F3 acts as F2 and F2 acts as F1 with respect to the 1, 2, 3, because every time you cannot change the variable name. Every time you have to print F3, because if you change the variable name means, so you have to write the statement like this, but it is not a good program. So within the same variable we have to print all the values, and those all the statements are present inside the loop. That's why I have to write for loop. Okay. At the time of calculating F4, F3 acts as F2 and F2 acts as F1. It means that after calculating F3 is equal to F1, first we need to print Cout F3 and L. Next, F3 acts as F2. It means F3 value is stored in F2. F3 value is stored in F2. And F2 acts as F1. F2 acts as F1. It means F1 is equal to F2. Suppose if I am write like this value and this value same. Before storing F3 into the F2, first we need to store F1 value into the F2 or F2 value into the F1. So F2 acts as F1. So this is the correct format. So why I am not writing F2 is equal to F3 first? Suppose if I write F2 is equal to F3 means first F3 value is stored in F2. Whatever F3 is there, that is equal to the F2. Next, if I store F2 into F1 means again F1, F2, F3 values are same. That's why first before storing F3 value into the F2, first we need to store F2 value into F1. After that F3 is stored in F2. So now we have to trace the program. Okay. So initially F1 and F2 are print. So F1 value is 0, F1 value is 0, F2 value is 1. See here. Limit is 5, 3 is less than or equal to 5, the condition is true. F3 is equal to F1 plus F2, F1 value is 0, F2 value is 1, 0 plus 1, 1, so F3 is equal to 1. Next, Cout F3 means it will print 1. Okay, next, F2 is stored in F1. The present value of F1 is 0, so after storing F2 into the F1, so F1 become 1. Because F2 value is 1. Next, what about the F3? Here F3 is 1. 1 is stored in F2. Okay, the new value, the updated value of F1 and F2. Okay, again loop will continue. I plus plus I become 4. 4 is less than or equal to 5. The condition is true. So F3 is equal to F1 plus F2. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 is stored in F3. The new updated value of F3 is 2. Cout of F3 means it will print 2. Next, F2 value 1, it is stored in F1, 1 only. F3 is 2, it is stored in F2. The updated value of F2 is 2, the updated value of F1 is 1. Again loop will continue, I become 5. 5 is less than or equal to 5, the condition is true. F3 is equal to F1 plus F2, 2 plus 1, 3. Next it will print 3. Next F2 value is stored in F1, that is F1 become 2 and F2 become 3. Finally, I plus plus, I become 6, 6 is less than or equal to 5, the condition become false, it will come out of the loop and finally it stop the execution of the program. I can give the input value as a 5. The Fibonacci series of 5 is 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. So just you can add the two previous numbers, that is the series. Okay. So this is the program for Fibonacci series. The next is jumping statement. The next topic, jumping statements or unconditional statements. Unconditional statements. So jumping statements or unconditional statements. So first one, break. Second one, continue. Third one, exit. Fourth one, go to. So there are 4 types of jumping or unconditional statements. So first one is break statement, second one is continue, third one exit, last one is go to statement. Okay. So the purpose of using the jumping statement is, so here break is used to break the particular loop. So one thing you have to remember is break can be used only in the looping statement. Whenever we have to use the while loop, do while, for loop, then only it is possible to use the break statement as well as switch statement. Still it is not discussed. In the switch statement also break can be used. Okay. In the same way, continue. Here continue means it will execute the statements and it will skip one iteration and again it will continue. For example, for I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. If I is equal to 2, break. See the program here, I will explain. Here I is equal to 1. See here, for I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. If I is equal to 2, break. See out, and del. See here, difference between break and continue. First one, break. So break means it will break the condition or it will break the particular statement and it will come out of the entire loop. See here, I is equal to 1, 1 is less than or equal to 5, condition is true. 1 is equal to 2, condition is false. False means C out of I means it will print 1. Next, loop will continue, I become 2. 2 is less than or equal to 5, condition is true. See here, 2 is equal to 2, condition is true. Break means it will stop the execution of the entire loop, the remaining statement, and this loop will not execute. Automatically it will come out of the loop. So this is the break. Okay, the output is only 1 because when the condition is true, it will break the entire loop and it will the control will come out of the loop. Second one is continue. Instead of writing the break, so I can continue. See here, again first one it will print 2 is equal to 2. Continue means it will skip the remaining part. It will skip one iteration, directly I will be incremented, I become 3. 3 is less than or equal to 5, condition is true. 3 is equal to 2, false, continue, will not execute, cout of 3, 4, 5. Break means the entire loop will stop. Continue means it will skip only one iteration, it will skip only one number and the remaining will execute as it is. So that is the difference between break and continue. Exit. So I already discussed it in the prime number program. Instead of writing continue, I have to mention exit of 0. 0 indicates end. When the I value become 2 is equal to 2 means exit of 0 means the entire program will stop. The difference between break and exit is, suppose here I can write cout, so just I have to print hello. Exit of 0 means the entire programs become stop. Program become exit. It will not execute any statements when the exit will execute. Suppose if it is break means only the loop will stop. It will stop the execution of the loop and the remaining statements will execute as it is. See here, this cout is outside the loop. Outside the loop means when the break is encountered, when the break is executed, this for loop, the control will come out of this for loop and this statement will execute. The answer is 1, hello. Okay, that is break, continue and exit. Okay, last one is go to. Go to means it is used to transfer the control from one position to another position within the program. For example, just I can declare int a is equal to 5. Cout. See here, a value is 5, here x is the label. It cannot be declared directly, you have to write and put the 1 colon. X cout a value is 5, it will print 5. Next a minus, a become 4. 4 is greater than 0, the condition is true. True means go to x. Again it will come here. Here there is no loop. With the help of go to, the control is here. Now it is transferred to here. Go to means it will transfer the control from one place to another place or one position to another position within the program. It must be within the program. Okay, if it is a different program means it is not possible to transfer. Okay, again this will execute. Cout a, the present value of a is 4. A minus 3 is greater than 0. Go to x, again it will come here. A will be printed, that is 3. Next a minus 2 is greater than 0. Go to x, now it is 2. A minus 1, when the a value becomes 0 is greater than 0, the condition become false. So like this go to will work. Okay, so there are 4 unconditional or jumping statement. So first one is break. Break means it is used to break or it is used to stop the loop, and or it is used to come out of the entire loop and the remaining statement will execute. That is the task of break statement. Continue means it will skip one iteration within the loop. For example, a loop will execute 5 times means depending upon the condition, it will skip the one iteration and the remaining statements execute as it is in the next iteration. Exit means the entire program execution stops. Go to means the control will flow from one place to another place within the program. Okay. So total 4 unconditional or jumping statements. In the next class, so we will discuss the switch statement. Okay. Thank you.